Hello friends, today I am going to be sharing with you 10 physics tricks your teacher probably didn't tell you about, but these tricks will help you understand physics better and will help you pass exams easily. Let's jump right in. Tip number 1, learn the story behind every formula. Don't just cram formulas, try to understand what they mean. For example, there is a formula V is equal to U plus AT in motion. It simply means final velocity V equals initial velocity U plus the change caused by acceleration over time, that is A times T. And so if a car starts from rest, which is initial velocity is equal to 0 and accelerates at 2 meters per second square for 5 seconds, then the final velocity will be 0 plus 2 times 5, which gives us 10 meters per second. And so when you understand it like that, you can even form other formulas like S is equal to UT plus half AT square and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS so easily. Always ask yourself, what story is this formula just telling me? So you need to sit and ask yourself. Number 2, always draw a diagram. Physics is 50% imagination and 50% diagram. And so, for instance, in reflection, you draw the mirror, the incident ray and the reflected ray. That small sketch you make can fetch you extra marks in exams. Even for motion or force problems, you need to draw arrows which show direction. This helps your brain see what is happening and helps your examiner see that you understand what you're doing. Number 3, let units guide you. When you forget a formula, check the unit of what you're solving. For example, if a question says find power, everyone knows that the unit for power is watts. And so 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. So power will be equal to work done divided by time. So even if you forget the formula, the unit, which is joules per second, will remind you. So units simply are like clues. They tell you what is missing. Number 4, always use their meaning, not memory. Instead of just cramming big definitions, why not understand them in your own words? For example, the critical angle is simply the angle at which light just manages to stay inside a denser medium, for example, like glass or water. And so when you understand that image, you'll never forget what it means, not to talk of forgetting the definition. So always visualize before you memorize. Number 5, write definitions exactly. In physics exams, some marks depends on your wordings. You can explain it in your own way during class maybe, but in exams you need to use the correct definition. For example, Ohm's law is not current and voltage are related, but rather you should define it as Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across it, provided that temperature remains constant. That's what the examiner wants to see. Number 6, always show direction. Physics loves direction a lot, especially in motion, forces and electricity. And so, for example, if a car moves 10 meters east and another moves 10 meters west, their displacements are not the same. Direction now changes everything. So when you write your answer, don't just say 10 meters per second. Instead, you should say 10 meters to the east. This shows full understanding on your part and the examiner will give you a complete mark. Number 7, respect significant figures. This is in maths. You would have learned this. Rounding is not for decoration. It shows accuracy. And so if your calculator gives you 9.823 something meters per second square, and the question gives data to 2 significant figures, your final answer should also be 9.8 meters per second square. This small detail can earn you extra marks and make your work look professional. Now, number 8, substitute values last. Many students rush to put numbers in formulas too fast, but do not do that. Instead, If, for example, you are solving for acceleration from the formula v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as, you need to first rearrange the formula. A will now become v squared minus u squared divided by 2s, yes. Then you can now plug in numbers. This prevents problems, helps you to also get your full marks. So the trick is to solve symbolically first before you calculate. Trick number 9, always use dimensional analysis. This simply means checking if the units on both sides of a formula match. And so if, for example, you have a formula for energy which is E is equal to half mv squared, you know that energy should have units in kilogram, meter square, and divided by second square, or kilograms, meters square per second square. If you ever see a formula that gives something different, then you know it is automatically wrong. Then you know it's automatically wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. So a quick one is for you to catch wrong formulas, identify the wrong formulas to help you to solve correctly. Now, the last but not the least, the 10th tip or the 10th trick is that you should revise smart. Please don't just read physics for hours, for long hours. I see students reading physics for long hours. No, instead of doing past questions year by year, why not do them topic by topic? For example, if today you focus on waves, tomorrow you should focus on electricity. That way you see the patterns in how questions are set, and you become faster during exams. Please always learn to connect what you're learning to what is around you, because physics is simply everywhere. You need to understand it. It is easier to understand physics. Yes, I'm telling you this confidently. So those are your 10 physics tricks that your teacher probably didn't tell you about, and you need them to pass your exams. Try using them as you study, and then you'll notice how you'll be more confident, and then your marks would improve. If you found this helpful, why not share it with a friend who is also struggling with physics? And remember, physics is not very difficult. It just needs you to understand these tricks, and then you're good to go. If you know a parent who needs to know this, and that parent has a child that is in the secondary school, and that child is struggling with physics, can you help to share this to that parent so that the child will benefit? Or you know someone who is preparing for exams, you can also help them. Share this video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.